What it do, homies? We out here with a donation request. This time we're checking out Aviators mask. Let's go ahead, shut up, and turn it up. Ooh. Strings is nice.
Eyes from across this masquerade, feeling scared every stairwell cut like blades. Dead inside, try to hide behind, shake the tremors.
Ooh, wow, really loving that. Really loving the way that he's kind of singing. It's almost not necessarily hurried, but you can kind of hear the like he's trying to hide or something like this. But hold on. I forgot how much of a lyricist Aviators is.
Feeling scared every stairwell cut like blades. Dead inside, try to hide behind, shake the tremors. Hiding with a smile in a crowded place, emoting through the lips of a plastic face. Every word just a code that screams I'm owned by terror. Are you scared to see what lies behind these artificial teeth? Through the guilty strings this mask controls its wearer.
Ooh, I like that. Okay, you know, I always subscribe to the thought that whenever you meet somebody for the first time, you're not really meeting who they are. You're meeting their representative, right? So you don't really get to know somebody until the mask starts creeping off. You know, usually masks, right? They get dirty with time. You forget to put them on. People show them true selves the longer that you've known them, the longer that you've been with them and everything. So, this must be talking about kind of like opening up yourself, right, to the public or something like that. But some people's the first person, you know, that's the first impression that you meet. Some people are able to keep that going on for a very, very long time, where you won't even see somebody's true essence, somebody's true self, and you probably will never see it. There's probably some people in your lives that are like that, where you just like, I feel like you're faking. You know what I mean?
Behind these artificial teeth, with the guilty strings this mask controls its wearer. Trapped in our own disguises, got free but soulless still. Our dreams are haunted by the ghosts we kill.
Go back to this. Trapped in our own disguises, cut free but soulless still. I like that, right? You know, it must be in the public, right? Because generally, you ask yourself, when do you act? When are you yourself? Generally, it's around closed doors, right? It's kind of like making music. When you start making music, some of that music might be coming from the soul and everything. But when you start preparing to make music for public consumption, right, then you start trying to tailor it to the public's needs, right? So that's what I get when he says, you know, soulless. When he says, you know, the soul is gone. But the cut free is the reason why I'm bringing this up, because when you put the mask, you're hiding behind anonymity. Forgot the word and everything. But he says, but soulless still. So even though nobody knows who you are, right? Even though, you know, to go back to my point, you creating music, you ain't released it. Even though nobody knows who you are, you still won't act like that. You know, you still won't act with soul. You still won't put on one of your best performances or anything, right? So it's almost like it's your face, and then there's another face, like you're pretending to be two different people instead of just hiding behind that mask and expressing yourself freely.
Free but soulless still. Our dreams are haunted by the ghosts we kill. Identities of silence in search of cheaper scares. We're all surrounded by the masks we wear.
Cheaper scares, right? Kind of going after the small little victories and everything instead of like the grand scheme of things.
what's done in the light, hiding away within plain sight. These cloaks are keeping safe the secret faces, terrified of making one mistake. Narrow mind till the soul begins to break. We are just husks seeking the world's false graces.
I love that. We're okay. Terrified of, you're right here, terrified of making one mistake, right? And sometimes it could be some of the most smallest mistakes, especially in today's age. Sometimes it could be some of the most smallest mistakes. But you have some people that really take pleasure in inflicting pain on others. Uh, there is a German word for that. What is it called? Schruden, something like that. Where they take the tiniest mistake and crucify you for it, right? The world's falling graces, right? I like that. He kept gracing, but falling graces, which means the grace that you have received ain't what it used to be. If anything, it's kind of just temporary kind of haha, hooray, you know what I'm saying? Or back face type stuff.
Mistake, narrow mind till the soul begins to break. We are just husks seeking the world's false graces. Trapped in our own disguises, got free but soulless still. Our dreams are haunted by the ghosts we kill. Identities of silence in search of cheaper scares. We're all surrounded by the masks we wear.
Oh yeah.
Awake within the moment, asleep throughout our lives. We suffer in this torment, ensnared in our own lies. In facelessness, we're equal when we're not even there. You're someone underneath this, behind the mask you wear.
In facelessness, we're equal. That just immediately made me start thinking about Twitter. Like, I've been thinking about Twitter usually when I'm listening to like songs like this or something like that, because it's like a great place and everything, because people hide behind anonymity there, right? So I like when he says facelessness, we're equal, right? Because you don't have to, like, somebody could come in out of nowhere, just create their account, right? Like right now, you know what I'm saying? And just start dropping a ton of information. And then there's other people who don't even know your credibility, might take that information and run with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this must be facts. I don't know who you are, right? But it must be facts and everything. And I believe you, and you should trust that I believe you because I said so, right? It's not like we can look up each other's credentials and everything. So I can't really assume much of you. Some people kind of use the whole follower account and everything, but it's hard to justify, especially when the information they provide is just so potent. You know what I mean? But I can't judge because I don't know who you are. Information sounds great and everything. So versus if you knew the information about the person that's giving it to you, right? So facelessness, we're equal, right? There's no ranks. There's no nothing. I don't know who you are. Whatever you say to me, I'm just going to believe it. You know what I mean? And whatever I say to you, you'll probably believe it. So some poetry up in here.
Underneath this, behind the mask you wear. Behind the mask you wear. Trapped in our own disguises, got free but soulless still. Our dreams are haunted by the ghosts we kill. Identities of silence in search of cheaper scares. We're all surrounded by the masks we wear. Trapped in our own disguises.
That was nice. The color's fading out. Thought I was tripping. Okay. All right. Well, y'all let me know what y'all thought about this down in the comments. It's the end of this video. Dave's out.